So we know more than Rabbi Akiva knew about HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Nimshal?
I'm not talking
The Rambam? The Rambam?
Rabbi Akiva knew a lot more than he told us.
Right.
So it is knowable.
Okay. The Rambam? Do we know more than the Rambam knew about the Nimshal?
No.
Did the seventh Rebbe know more than the first Rebbe about the Nimshal?
No. But it's time to reveal it, not to leave it in the hands of the extreme exceptions.
I think there's a lot to reveal before we get up to trying to reveal something that I don't think we can confidently claim to know.
Okay, so the question is, where are we on that ladder? But we haven't reached the top.
But it's not just that we haven't reached the top, it's that I think we need to begin knowing where the top is.
You don't. Until you research it, you don't know.
I think there are things we can't know. Are there things we can't know?
When we reach that,
who decides we reached it?
Who decides you reach the end of all the Chiddushim and Torah?
Suggesting we can access truths about Hashem is different than a Chiddush and a Tesis.
It's much more exciting.
It might be more exciting, it's much more dangerous and fraught with risk.
It's much more dangerous not to know Him, because He becomes irrelevant. Isn't that the truth?
But we can't fully know Him.
We're not talking extremes. We're talking moving up the ladder from where we are.
But the ladder has to begin with knowing where the limits are.
No,
and if we think it's a limitless ladder, and if we only can climb it high enough, we can truly know Him, then we should get off the ladder. That's a dangerous ladder.
The ladder reaches into heaven. We're not there yet.
But to think that we can climb a ladder where we can know Hashem,
we can know a lot,
understand, I think is a danger. I think the whole ladder is dangerous, which is probably why for generations it wasn't revealed.
Yeah, it's true.
Because all those who came before saw a risk and a danger.
Yes.
That even if they knew much more, didn't share.
Yeah, there is a risk.
So do we think that we are better communicators, or that the risk is less?
Well, a lot more has been revealed with time. A lot more will be revealed with time. We just have to keep an open mind and keep growing, not close the door. Because there's a danger in not knowing also. It's a trade-off. And it is a risk. Dalit nichnasu lepardes, but only one of them made it.
Right.
But at this point in history, not knowing has become a bigger problem than knowing. Like how levai we should reach a point where we can't know anymore.
But I wouldn't phrase it that way. I don't think it's a question of we should try until we run out of steam or energy or access. I think it's a question of a priori knowing what are our goals of knowing, because there are things that are off the table from the start.
We don't know what that is yet.
Right, so that's where my Masorah is a little bit different.
It's not a Masorah. It's an open-ended question. How much can we know? Where does it say what you can't know? You can't know Hashem's Ratzon. Where does it say that?
We can know His Ratzon as He communicated it to us.
So let's know it fully.
But you can know Ratzon Hashem through Taryag Mitzvahs. That's His Ratzon.
And part of that Ratzon is to get to know Him.
And we know
so
it
if
by
He says
Ratzon,
let's understand what Ratzon means.
By learning His Torah.
Right.
But we have to first fill Kreso with what He gave us to know before we start to experiment. No? It's not what the Shulchan Aruch says.
No, I think it's the other way around. We need to know Him before we start learning the halachas. Otherwise, we're missing the whole point.
Isn't our Masorah that's a very dangerous approach?
No.
And don't we have a world
first you have to say Hashem Echad, then V'ahavta. Not the other way around.
Yeah, but how far or how high or how much one thinks they know Hashem before you gotta learn Nigla, you gotta know Halacha. You have to, before you can start to pursue esoteric, previously non-revealed parts of the description of Elokus and claim to know Ratzon Hashem.
That was the old way of thinking.
It's still my Rebbeim's way of thinking.
Okay, so let me get back.
Which is okay. There could be machlokas l'shem shalom.
Maybe Moshe Weinberger, for example, he goes way deep into Pnimis HaTorah Tanya, right?
But Pnimis HaTorah is very different though in this conversation.
Is
Pnimis
it?
HaTorah is sitting down and And I learned Svarim Pneumius HaTorah, and I enjoy them, and I grew up from them, and to the limited ability for me to understand them. I don't claim to holding in the spheres and the olamas, my limited way of understanding it. But all of that stops way short of thinking I access the Ratzon Hashem.
I'm saying, like, does Tanya touch on this idea that?
Let me try to define this. What does it mean, access Ratzon Hashem? What does that mean?
To me, the Ratzon Hashem are carried mitzvahs.
So what would access mean?
We're capable of understanding the Ratzon Hashem. What did the Rav mean when he's using the language of getting to know what Hashem needs?
Not what he needs. That's nigla. What it means to need.
I know what I mean by what it means to need.
So what does he mean?
I can't know what he means by what it means to need.
He
Just like the 5-year-old can't know what the...
that again. He wants you to figure it out. Why won't you try?
I don't want the 5-year-old to. I don't think the 5-year-old cognitively can figure it out. So I
But
don't
the 5-year-old becomes a 6-year-old.
Right.
He should know more when he's 6 than he did when he was 5.
We should grow in Torah learning, but that doesn't mean that cognitively we'll ever get to the place.
I don't know why you're so pessimistic about this.
I think there's limitations. There's
Well,
boundaries.
let's reach those limitations.
There's boundaries.
There are boundaries. Let's get there.
I don't know that the person will know they crossed it when they crossed it. If their attitude is, let's get there. That's the
So
danger.
we shouldn't try?
I don't know what it means to try.
Oh, okay.
What does it mean to try?
What does it mean to try to understand any subject you don't understand?
Is to explore all the text and tradition and Masorah that we have on the subject.
Okay. So we have a lot said about Ratzon Hashem.
Right.
First of all, that it's higher than Seichel, which means more essential,
Right.
which means it's more him than what he reveals.
Right.
So we know that Ratzon is more inseparable from the Baal HaRatzon
Right.
than his Seichel,
Right.
which means that the fact that he wants a mitzvah is much more powerful than whatever effect or reward the mitzvah could bring. Yes?
Yes, all with the very important asterisk that I don't know what want and need klape him means. I know what it means klape me. So yes, he wants me to understand based on my experience with want and need that his want and need is higher and greater and more essential. But as it really is for him, I can't know.
But I do know. What is that we don't know?
We're not. There's no difference between him and you.
One second. My Ratzon is more essential to me than my Seichel.
Right.
So his Ratzon is more essential to him than his Seichel.
But just like your yad and his yad don't match up, it was a mashal and nimshal. Your Ratzon and his Ratzon don't match up. It's a mashal and nimshal. And I don't know what the nimshal of his yad is, and I can't with confidence say I know what the nimshal of his Ratzon is. I know that he chooses to use the same word so that I think that there's some connection, some similarity, but I don't know.
But he's trying to tell you something that you can know by using that as a mashal.
That I'm not sure.
So you're not sure that his Ratzon is higher than his Seichel?
No, I accept that.
Okay.
I don't know what the word Ratzon is though, Klape Shmai.
So look at the mark.
Our entire, I would humbly submit that our entire discussion, or if there's difference, is with everything the Rav is saying, but with the caveat that that's how Hashem chooses for us to perceive, not because that's essentially who He is. And I have that caveat because the moment I can say with confidence who He is essentially is the moment I'm in dangerous territory, that it seems from the Rambam and many other great Jewish theologians, I'm at great risk of crossing a line. So I can gain all the benefit of saying He chooses to have me relate to His needing, but without saying with confidence, and He needs, and His need is similar to my need, because I don't feel I gain by crossing that line, but I feel I'm in a very dangerous place.
I'm not sure what the danger is. You keep talking about the danger. What's the
danger?
danger?
Is fear. The danger is heresy.
Heresy meaning?
Heresy is suggesting that I can understand something about the essence of Hashem.
That's heresy?
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
That's the Rambam. That's the Karam. That's the Sefer Ikarim, that's Ramban, that's to think that we can describe the essence of Elokus, that we have access, that we relate, that he's like us, that he's comprehensible to us, that's a strong boundary that we have.